This is our league, and this is your league. From the 55-yard line on CFL America Radio and the Sports History Network.
Stand by, 15 seconds to air. Stand by all cameras and videotape.
Ready with your opening graphics. Stand by, Howard. Here we come, Frank. Ready, Don.
Stand by audio, your opening music, and roll tape.
Take tape.
Remember 1968? Dallas does.
Here are the Packers. Third down, inches to go. To Bader. 17-14. Cowboys out in front. Packers trying for the go-ahead score. Starr begins the count. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback sneak, and he's in for the touchdown, and the Packers are out in front. 20-17. There's 13 seconds showing on the clock, and the Green Bay Packers are going to be world champions.
And who in Dallas will forget 1971?
9 seconds showing on the clock. The Cowboys and the Colts all tied up at 13-13. It is a 32-yard field goal attempt. Morrill is kneeling. O'Brien is ready. There is the snap. The kick is up. It is long enough. It is.
5 years, 5 excruciating and consecutive times, the Dallas Cowboys had pursued football's holy grail, the Super Bowl. 5 times they had failed. And when the 1971 season began, the destructive forces were there, at it again. The noisemakers and naysayers, the ones who said Dallas could never make it. Oh, sure, the Cowboys had the material. In depth. But they had supposedly great material and in depth all along. And they'd had great coaching and great support from their fans. But what about 1971? Oh yes, this was a team to make believers out of the greatest skeptics. For the doubting Thomases, that elusive powerhouse, Duane Thomas. For adherents of fire and brimstone, the doomsday defense. For a team on the verge of superstardom, a superstar, a star back, Staubach. You name the position, and there was a great one. All very promising. But what would happen once the season got underway? What would happen to the superstars? Dallas started its season off on the right foot at Buffalo, September 19th. Although it spent a fair amount of time with the left foot going in the opposite direction. The final score of this seesaw duel was 49-37, Dallas. Hardly a runaway. While not exactly a cause for frenzied celebration, it was a victory. As Coach Tom Landry put it, the only reason I like it is that we won it. Philadelphia was a much more encouraging story, as the Cowboys took toll of the Eagles by a convincing 42-7 count. And now the Cowboys were 2-0. They were starting to feel pretty good. Washington came to Dallas on October 3rd. And as far as the Cowboys were concerned, they weren't very considerate guests. Washington left Dallas 3-0. Dallas suffered its first defeat, 20-16. The bright spots in the Dallas picture were 3 field goals by Mike Clark, defensive play by Bob Lilly that went like this.
Second down and about 2 yards to go for the first down. He gives to Brown. Lilly hits him at the 25. Brown came from his right running back spot into the left side of the line, and Lilly grabbed him around the waist and jarred him down at the 25. It'll be third down. Third down and about 3 at the 25-yard line. Lost a yard on the play. Set back his hair away, and he takes a handoff, and he's stopped by Lilly again at the 25-yard line. He didn't go down, but Lilly stopped him for nothing. It's fourth down at 3, and listen to that hand for the defense.
And a masterful fourth-quarter Cowboy drive engineered by Roger Staubach that brought the Texans within striking distance.
Staubach quickly looking down the middle. It's a catch made by Ditka at the 40. Fights off a tackle and hits to the 28-yard line. Hayes on the left side. The backfield split. Garrison right, Hill left. Roger throws down to Ditka at the 15. Ditka to the 14. First down at the 12. Hauled in by Pardee as Roger Staubach. And the Cowboys roll to the 12, and that's good for 15 and a first down. The Cowboys break the huddle, and Richardson comes out wide to the right. Split to the left side is Hayes. This is second down and 10 at the 12-yard line of Washington. Garrison on the right side, Hill on the left, back to throw as Roger Staubach in the pocket, throws down the middle, catch by Ditka at the 4, close to a first down. He'll be short by a yard. First and goal at the 1-foot line. Hayes to the right side. High formation now they shift. Garrison right, Hill left. Roger Staubach gives to Hill. Hill at the goal line. Hill good for the touchdown.
Next, the New York Giants. The ball was all over the place when the Giants came to town. It seems that there were a fair number of errors, the most often of which were fumbles, 7 by Dallas, 5 by New York. Mike Clark got himself a couple of field goals like this.
Field goal attempt. Number 7 for Mike Clark from the 42. Reeves holds. The kick is up. A line drive and rather short. It's good. Mike Clark kicked the first field goal tonight, was 43 yards. Right now he's trying a 41-yarder as Reeves finds a spot. Then he gets the snap. Here's the kick up, and this one is going just to make it. It hit the middle bar and rolled across.
Roger Staubach abandoned the Navy for the Air Force as he went over the Giants' heads like this.
Third and goal from the 4-yard line. Left side Allworth, right side Hayes. Back to throw. Roger in the pocket, down the middle. Caught for touchdown to Billy Truax. Big Billy Truax had just put the Cowboys in front 12-6.
And Craig Morton put the icing on the cake, as we hear now.
In motion left is Allworth on 1st and 5. Morton back to throw. Pumps, throws a bomb way down for Hayes. Bobby's got it. Touchdown, Bob Hayes. 49 yards and a touchdown. At the screen, and Lockhart were triple teaming him, and he beat him by 3 steps, and Craig Morton threw as well on that one as he's ever thrown in his life. He sailed back to about the 40. He fired it right into the hands of Hayes at the 2, and Bob went in untouched. The Cowboys lead 19-6.
A busy day for all, but most important, another victory for Dallas. On October 17th, Dallas played New Orleans in the Sugar Bowl. For New Orleans, victory was sweet, to the tune of 24-14. Bright spots for Dallas in a day which, appropriately enough, call for a 50% chance of rain were the intercontinental punts of Ron Whitby.
7:24 remaining in the third period, and Ron Whitby is back to kick. Gets a bouncer off the turf, kicks it away, and gets a tremendous kickoff. Dodd goes back to the 15, comes up outside of the 20, breaks up to the 25, hit and driven down at the 29-yard line. Ron Whitby will kick. The Saints are 4 minutes and 56 seconds away from winning this ball game. Ron Whitby stands back at the 15-yard line. Here's the snap, and Ron gets it away and gets a tremendous kick that sends Dodd all the way back to the 15, to the 20, and he is driven down at the 20-yard line.
And the pinpoint rockets of Roger Staubach. First to Gloucester Richardson for a 41-yard TD, and then
Reeves and Garrison in the backfield. Wide to the left side is Richardson, wide to the right is Hayes. And the pass goes to Hayes, and he's got it to 5, a touchdown for Bobby. And the Cowboys have 13 on the board and New Orleans 17.
The New England Patriots not only belonged in Dallas on Sunday, October 24th, they belonged to Dallas. There were Dallas interceptions.
Hubie Bryant to the near side, but Taha wide to the right. As Plunkett sets up for the 3rd down and 3, and he rolls back to pass, throws the sideline, is almost, and is intercepted by Howley at the 32. He's back to the 25, to the 20, dragging the tackler down at the 16-yard line.
And field goals.
Clark will try his 3rd field goal of the day. He's hit 1. It's a snap, the kick is up, and it is good.
And touchdowns.
1st and 10 at the 35 of New England. Hayes and Allworth wide to the left side. And it is a fake to Thomas, back to pass. Staubach sets up at the 40, fires one down the left side for Hayes. At the 10, at the 5, and a touchdown for Bob Hayes.
And more TDs.
Right now it's 1st and 10 for the Cowboys on the 28-yard line of New England with 36 seconds left. Allworth wide to the right, split to the left side is Hayes. Garrison and Reeves in the backfield. Rogers back to pass. Good protection. Down the middle and caught at the 5. Hayes comes around the corner and touchdown. Bob Hayes scores his 2nd touchdown of the day.
It was a good day for a romp. But next week, it was those big, bad Chicago Bears at Chicago. The Bears came out of hibernation and they were in bad humor as they pawed the Cowboys by a 23-19 count. Ron Whitby looked good.
44.3 yards per kick. That's the number 1 kicker in the NFC, and Ron gets into it and lifts a beauty. Back deep is Ron Smith, back at the 20. He's got it, heads across the 20. Chase to the 25, up to the 30, 35, down to the 40, missed the 45. He's across the 35-yard line and knocked down there. Finally hauled in by Ron Whitby, who made the punt and had to make the tackle.
And Roger Staubach, Lance Allworth, and Duane Thomas give the Cowboys credit.
Second down at the 29-yard line. Garrison wing back to right side off Truax. Split to the left side. Hayes fake to Thomas. Back is Roger to throw down the middle, and there's a catch by Allworth. The 10, the 5. Lance is out of bounds at the 3, and the Cowboys have 1st and goal at the 3 before Gary Lyle and Jeter can knock him out of bounds. Beautiful faking by Staubach and a perfectly executed pass to the leaping Lance Allworth. Down at the 10, he ripped it to the far sideline to the 3. 1st and goal at the 3. The Cowboys parking here at the north end zone. Garrison on the left and Thomas on the right. Craig Morton, the quarterback. Craig wheels back, gives to Thomas. Duane to the left side of the line, fights in and goes across for the touchdown.
But now the Cowboys were a so-so 4-3 on the year. Not the stuff of superstars. Where would they go from here? Dallas would move. Ahead, they would defeat the Cardinals 16-13. Roger Staubach was given permanent possession of the starting quarterback's job.
We will go with Staubach as our quarterback. I think it's Roger's time to make his move if he's going to make it. I feel I'm confident he can do it, or else I wouldn't have picked him, to do the job for us.
Rolling back is Staubach, looking, firing down the middle. Touchdown for Dallas to Ditka. In between Larry Wilson and Willingham. Mike Ditka making the touchdown, and for Mike, it's his 1st touchdown of the year.
An unknown, a most unlikely cowpoke, hailing from Vienna, Austria, put his mind to it and his foot to it.
I came here for this job, and when I have a chance in this business, I like stay here. And yes, the Vienna team call me sometimes. My position in Vienna is every time ready. But when I have a chance here, I stay here because this is a good business.
And now we're going to see Herr Fritsch, the Austrian. Tony Fritsch, Riesel Hole. The snap, Fritsch puts it up. This one is good, and Tony Fritsch is 4 for 4 as the Dallas Cowboy. And now Tony Fritsch will try to put the Cowboys within 4 with a field goal attempt from the 14-yard line. He takes 2 steps back, 2 steps over. Riesel Hole. The snap, the ball's up, the kick is up, it is good. Tony Fritsch is coming in. Riesel Hole from the 26-yard line. Slight angle. Snap, kick is up. This one is good. The Cowboys lead 16-13. Tony Fritsch, the Austrian,
has put the Cowboys on top.
Duane Thomas had over 100 yards. The Cowboys were starting a stampede. Philadelphia came to Dallas and left 20-7 poorer. Hands like Lance Allworth's did them in.
It's second down. 7 yards to go. The Dallas 29. Wide the left Allworth. Wide the right Hayes. Coming in motion the left side is Thomas. Staubach drops back to the 20. Sets up. Whips one down the middle. Complete to Allworth. And he's dropped out at the 40 now, but he held on to it. Bill Bradley racked him up hard. The ball was bouncing in Allworth's hands, but he held it at the 49 and picks up 20 yards and a first down. High formation, 1st and 10 at the Philadelphia 20-yard line. Staubach back to throw, looks down the middle. There's Allworth, a great catch at the 9-yard line. Spun around and dropped by Bradley. Lance went up that time, caught the ball, and Bradley bratted him just as he caught it. Spun him in the air and dropped him, and that's the great hands of Allworth because he could have slung the ball out of his hands with less than he had. Wide the right goes Hayes. Wide the left side, Allworth. In motion to the left now is Thomas. Staubach dropping back to pass, sets up at the 40 down the left side. A jumping catch to the 36-yard line by Allworth, and he's hauled in. He looked to the sideline to see if he made the first down. He got it.
Feet like Roger Staubach's and Tony Fritch's did them in.
Coming up on 3rd down and 4 now. In motion to the right side comes Thomas. The Garrison is set back. Staubach rolls off to his right. Now decides to run. Is up at the 30. Has the first down at the 35, the 40. Kicks up to the 45 and is finally hauled in from behind at the 47-yard line by Leroy Keys. Well, here is the young man who won the Most Valuable Player Award last week, kicking 3 field goals, Tony Fritch. And Tony will be trying from 23 yards out, almost the middle of the field. Rees will hold. Fritch waits. The kick is up. This one is good. Fritch has hit 4 out of 5. Staubach rolls off to his left. Protection is there. Waits. Looks. 15, 20. Runs up to the 25. Inside to the 30. And hauled in at the 31. And the flag is down to the late hit by Super Bill Bradley. Second down coming up. 10 yards to go. The ball at the 49-yard line of Dallas. Ditka goes over to the left side where he's supposed to be now. Hayes a slot right. Allworth to the right. Staubach back to throw. Looking. In trouble. Being chased across the field to the 40. Runs up to the 45. To the sideline at the 50 and out of bounds. Here come the Cowboys up with second down and 5 at the 49-yard line. Wide left is Hayes. Wide right Allworth. Staubach. Play action to Garrison. Back to throw. Plenty of time. Runs to his right. Being pursued. Looks. Now decides to run. Out of the 45. Inside 2 tacklers to the 40 and dives all the way down to the 35-yard line. Got in between the 2 men, Tim Rosevich and Don Holtz, and fought his way on down to the 35. They spot at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Well, we're going to have a field goal attempt by Tony Fritch from 46 yards out. Dan Reeves will hold. From the hash mark to the near side of the field, the ball's down, the kick is up. Now this one's got the distance, and it's good! 46 yards! For Tony Fritch, he got his second one of the day. Charlie Waters comes over. Mel Renfro comes over. Pat Toomey. And they pat him on the back.
And next week, it would be those unruly Redskins at Washington. A big one. It was a great day for the Cowboys. They won 13-0 over the Washington Redskins, who'd beaten them earlier in the year, and who were vying for the division leadership with the Cowboys. Roger Staubach had himself a 29-yard touchdown ramble. Mike Clark poked 2 field goals to the uprights, a 26 and a 48-yarder. Lilly and Pugh were all over the place on defense. And next, it would be the Rams. Dallas defeated Los Angeles 28-21. It sounded like this.
Wide the right. Allworth and Hayes. Staubach driving back to the 40 to pass. Sets up. He pops, throws deep down. There's Hayes, and he's got it to kill the pass. The longest pass play of the year for Roger Staubach, 51 yards. For Bob Hayes, that's his 6th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys 13, the Rams 14. Wide to the left is Klein, the tight end. In the slot to the left side is Retzel. Split to the right side is Snow. And Gabriel back to throw. Down the right side, complete to Larry Smith. He drops the ball at the 10. The Cowboys recover, or battle for it. And they got it. Edwards recovers for the Cowboys. Here is a third down and 30 at the Los Angeles 35. Rents on the near side, Snow to the right side. Gabriel drops back to the 30, sets up, fires a sideline pass, and it is intercepted by Howley off Waters, back to the 40, down to the 35, and out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Intended for Klein, but it bounced into Waters' hands, went in the air, and caught by Howley. First and 10 now for the Cowboys on the Rams, 21. Wide to the right side, over, split to the left side, Hayes. It's a fake to Thomas, back to pass, Staubach for the end zone. Ritzel, Howard, the touchdown. Lance Allworth scoring a touchdown for 21 yards out, and Lance has just scored his first touchdown with the Cowboys.
The Jets and Broadway Joe were next. Let the 52-10 victory over the Jets tell its own story.
And here's the kickoff by Howfield, and it goes deep to the goal line to Thomas to the 5, Ike to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, breaks to the 30, 35, across the 45, he's going again, all the way to the 15, the 10, the 5, it's impossible. Last week, Ike Thomas went 88 yards to the kickoff against L.A. He went 100 yards today, 187 yards in 2 weeks. The best in NFL is 103. The kick is up, it's good. Dallas 7 and New York Jets nothing. In motion right goes Calvin Hill. Fake to pitch out, throw on the right side of Calvin to 30, down to the 25, out of the 20, 15. He may go all the way to the 5. Hill scores for Dallas. And here now is third down and 8, and it's Namath backing up the pass. Snaps one down the middle, and it's intercepted by Adderley. Down to the 40, gets him back to the 35 to 30, and bumped out of bounds up the 26-yard line. Adderley made the interception. 5 interceptions, a total of 50 in his career. First and 10 for the Cowboys, the New York 27. Thomas right, Hill left in the backfield. 2 wide receivers left. Allworth goes in motion out of the slot to the right side. Staubach wheels, speeds, fakes to Calvin, back to throw. Lost one to the left side. It's caught by Hill at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Oh, did they have the defense fooled? He had a play action to Calvin Hill out of the backfield. Calvin raced off left tackle. Staubach went back, set up. Hill caught the ball, and nobody was within 10 yards of him. Hayes, wing back left side. Backfield running strong right. Gave us to Thomas. Duane's through to the goal to the touchdown. Duane Thomas scores his 6th touchdown of the year. Wide the left side, Allworth. Slot left side is Hayes. Backfield split. Thomas on the right. Give to Hill around right end. To the 10, to the 5. Hill to the touchdown. In motion to the left goes Hill. And Staubach drops back to pass. He's being pursued on a screen. Picks it out to Thomas. One-handed catch to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Thomas scores! Great catch, tremendous run.
Dallas took apart its second New York team in succession as it decimated the New York Giants, 42-14. Roger Staubach launched 3 missiles into the heavens, and Bobby Hayes pulled down a pair, and Calvin Hill latched onto 1, all for TDs. Calvin Hill proved that variety was the spice of his life, as he also ran for a touchdown. And Duane Thomas saw the victory side of the goal twice. Dallas was looking good, maybe unstoppable. St. Louis came to Dallas for the last game of the regular season. St. Louis would have been well advised to remain in St. Louis. Dallas won 31-12. Duane Thomas seemed to have a magnetic attraction to the St. Louis end zone as he visited it twice on 3-yard spurts and inspected twice more after voyages of 53 and 34 yards. And now Dallas had won its last 7 in a row. The regular season was closed out. How did the Cowboys feel about the present and the future?
John Nyland. Johnny, how do you feel? I feel that we have tremendous confidence in one another, and we're not cocky in any sense, but I feel that it's a matter of saying every man's got to do the job. The fact that we're not yelling and screaming and hoop-hurrah is the fact that we're thinking about Minnesota, and we're going to be up there ready to play ball. Bill Truax. It's a great feeling, I tell you, but I still can't rest or relax until we accomplish that final goal. We just qualified for the playoffs is the way I feel about it, and I'm happy, but like I said, we still got a long way to go.
Jethro Pugh. Let's talk about the Vikings, Jethro.
Great. So the Cowboys were riding high. They'd won 7 in a row, and they were in the playoffs. But they'd been there before, hadn't they? They were a collection of good players, great players. But super players? Superstars? A super team? Only time would tell. Well, here we are at super time again. The Dallas Cowboys had had a fantastic regular season. They'd only dropped 3 games, and they'd surged to superdom with 7 wins in a row. But now it was the moment of truth. Dallas had been in and around the Super Bowl before, and they'd been thrown back to earth. And now the battle for that elusive superstar must again be fought. And pride would not allow anything but victory. The Cowboys saddled up and moseyed on up to Bloomington, Minnesota, to begin the playoff phase of that pursuit for the Super Bowl. The temperature was a balmy 30 degrees above zero. And unintentionally, the powerhouse Vikings, a team which all year had caused and capitalized on turnovers in its opposition, became the victim of errors itself. Errors caused by a super-hungry Cowboy defense. Errors capitalized on by a super-methodical and relentless Cowboy offense. With the score tied at 3-all and less than 2 minutes remaining in the first half, Chuck Howley made a fantastic interception of a Bob Lee aerial and set up the Cowboys' halftime go-ahead field goal, Mike Clark's second of the day. The second half held another turnover in store for the Vikings, a very costly one.
Second down, a half yard to go at the 22 and 3/4 yard line. Because the end of the 10-yard markers at the 23. Wide to the left, Grimm, wide to the right, Washington. Second down play. Bob Lee looks at the defense and wheels back to pass. Pumps one, throws to his left, throws one deep down the left side. Intercepted by a Cliff pass to 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15. Cliff is dropped to the 14-yard line of Minnesota. A fine call by Lee, but Cliff Harris came across to take it away from Bob Grimm, and the Cowboys have a first down at the 13.5-yard line. Britt Todd just stood up and almost leaped out of the coach's booth. There goes Allworth in motion. High formation. They give to Thomas. Wayne to the 10, to the 5. Thomas scores for the Cowboys. Thomas, 13.5 yards for a touchdown. Oh, what a hole. Tremendous hole on the left side with Licio and Nyland, and the Cowboys have now put 6 more on the boards. It's now 12 for the Cowboys, 3 for the Vikings. Mistakes, that's the name of the game. Dallas leads by 9. 13:31 to play in the third period.
That, as it turned out, was the margin of victory, as a Staubach to Hayes pass brought the Cowboys to 20 points, and Minnesota was able to gain a total of 12 from a most reluctant Cowboy defense. And for the Cowboys, San Francisco was next on the agenda, and the winners were in the Super Bowl. The losers got to wait till next year. The Dallas Cowboys were perfect hosts to the San Francisco 49ers as they welcomed John Brodie and company to Texas Stadium and welcomed 3 of John Brodie's passes, which the Dallas offense converted to a 14-3 demolition of the California Golden Guys. After the pregame handshake, it was all manners aside. Here's George Andre's amazing lack of manners.
Witcher to the near side. Out to the left side is Gene Washington. And the backfield split, Vic Washington left and Willard to the right. The 14-yard line, fake to Willard, back to throw Brodie, 5 yards. It's intercepted! And down to the 1-yard line goes George Andre. George Andre got it. I because he fell down. It was George Andre that intercepted it.
And Calvin Hill's thoughtlessness.
High formation now. Thomas and Hill. Hayes to the right. Now they shift. Thomas right. Hill left. Second down and goal at the 1. To Calvin. He's in for the touchdown. Hill scores for Dallas and leads 6-0.
And Roger Staubach, it's not fair to avoid your guests like this.
Back to throw is Staubach. He waits. He runs to his left, being pursued all the way back to the 5-yard line, coming back to the 10. Back off to his right. Gets a block from Manders. Throws the ball downfield to Reeves at the 35. Then he moves out to the 40, and it's a first down at the 40-yard line of Dallas. A great play by Staubach.
And Duane Thomas, you shouldn't play tricks like that.
Third and goal at the 2. 9:31 remaining. Thomas right, double wing. Now Garrison moves in, they exchange, and Thomas goes left. Staubach pitches out to Thomas around left in. There goes Duane. Touchdown for Duane Thomas. No flags. Touchdown. Garrison and Thomas were mixed up in the backfield on assignments. Garrison started to shift to the right. Thomas was where he was supposed to stand. He told Duane to go to the left. Duane just got over and got set before the snap. It may have confused the defense because the offense was certainly confused, and Duane went around left end with no touch.
And gentlemen,
here come the 49ers out. Witcher wide to the left. Wallach at tight end on the left side. On the right side is Gene Washington split. Willard and Vic Washington in the backfield. At the 29, second down. Willard is hit by Lilly behind the line of scrimmage at the 34-yard line. Brody handed off to Willard, and before we could say it, Lilly had Willard tangled down in his legs back at the 34. Brody facing a 4-man front. He's tried to run on third down before, but he's back to pass this time. It's batted down the line. Jethro Pugh did it again. Gene Washington wide to the left. Witcher wide to the right. In the backfield now is Vic Washington and Willard. Brody the quarterback, and he drops back to the 10-yard line to pass, throws one down the middle, intercepted by Jordan at the 20, back to the 15, Jordan down to the 10, Jordan to the 7-yard line, Leroy Jordan. Mel Renfro leaping in the air. Andre and Jordan hugging each other as Andre intercepted earlier. The Cowboys will go to the Super Bowl. Brody back to throw, being pursued. Breaks out of the tackle, runs the sideline, throws deep for the end zone. It's intercepted at the 5-yard line. Cliff Harris intercepted. Mel Renfro was there, but Cliff got the ball in front of Gene Washington, and the Cowboys take over on their own 5-yard line with 1 second left. There it is. The Cowboys are the champions. Are for the second straight years the NFC champions. Mel Renfro comes over to congratulate Dick Nolan. So does George Andre. Cornell Green coming over. A lot of ex-friends. Dick Nolan going out, grabbing the hand of his former boss and teammate Tom Landry.
Gentlemen, you oughtn't treat such kind folks like that. Here were some of the thoughts which ran through the minds of the Dallas Cowboys as they contemplated this one and looked forward to the next one, the big one, the Super Bowl.
We're in the Cowboy dressing room for the second time after they have won a National Football Conference time, but for the first time, Bill Truax is a part of it. You have got to be a happy guy.
That's right. This is the biggest one of my life so far, and I just hope we can cap it off in 2 more weeks with another big one. Happy New Year to you.
Hello, Jethro Pugh.
How you doing, Vern?
You feeling happy, I bet?
Very good.
Well, you batted down 2 passes. You did just a great job by the entire front four today.
Yes, well, we had the defense as a whole played real good, and we made a lot of big plays, and this is what we had to do with a quarterback against a quarterback like Brody, because if he has the ball too long, he gonna hurt you.
Let's holler at Rayfield Wright and get him to come on over here. You look like you've had a long afternoon,
well,
right?
I tell you, it's been a beautiful afternoon, I tell you that, and we're really happy about it.
Just some general comments on the play. Just generally, how do you think things went?
Well, the first half, it was, as you could have seen, it was a defensive ball game on both sides, and we had to continue to keep working steady and hard to get the break that we wanted to get. And I think as a result of our working hard continuously, I think the break came our way, and we got it and took the ball in when we had to take it in, and we sustained the drive when we had to take the drive, and I think that was the point of the ball game. Of course, the defense, you just can't say enough about the defense, how great they played. Chuck Howley, George Andre, and Garrison came in on offense and did a fantastic job, and we're very happy about it.
John Brody came out today throwing the football as we knew he would, and he tested Mel Renfro, Herb Adderley, Cornell Green, and Charlie Harris. Mel, he was a little bit off in the first half, but I think a lot of it had to do with some pretty good coverage.
I think so. We were changing up quite a bit to try to keep him off balance. I think we did. You said everybody played a good game. I only got one pass thrown at me, so you got to give credit to those three other guys that were in there doing the job.
Dan Reeves, how about it?
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Well, talk about what had to be the key play, Danny, and a thrill for you to have had such an important part on it, the third down pass from Roger on the scramble play.
Well, I think we're just real lucky that, of course, that Roger saw me. I was scared that he wasn't. Kind of had Wilcox in a bind. I think you got to give Roger a great deal of credit, for scrambling around back there so long, and I was just kind of standing around watching him, and all of a sudden, of course, he broke loose from all the defensive guys, and Wilcox was covering. When he saw Roger scramble, he went up to cover Roger, and I broke away from him, and Roger just laid it up there. It looked like Meredith's pass up in Washington a few years ago. I had a lot of time to think about that thing coming, but just real lucky, man.
Mr. Johnson, could we talk with you for just a second? We're on the air.
I'm not giving any interviews.
Okay,
I'm so
fine.
glad to see that you're still taking them.
Well, thank you, sir. It's good to see you again.
I think you're the best.
Well, I appreciate that.
Run around these pros, come back down to amateurs, Austin.
I will. Thank you so much.
The supreme test. For Dallas, it would either be the day of exoneration and super celebration, or it would be the day of ultimate agony. A day when the I told you so's would tell it again. Either way, for Dallas, it would be an afternoon never to be forgotten. The hotshot Dolphins were the Cinderella team, with folk heroes like Bullet Bob Griese, Butch Cassidy Kick, Sundance Csonka, and just in the nick, Buoniconti. No denying, Miami was a sentimental favorite, but there was also no denying a strong, proud, tight-lipped group of men from Dallas. Men who went about their business in a quite professional manner. Men who displayed one of the most awesome and near-perfect exhibitions of football ever witnessed on this planet. Were they great football players, or were they superstars? Ask Larry Csonka.
Bob Griese with a first down at the Cowboys' 46-yard line. Griese feeds it. Csonka fumbles him out of the ball. It's picked up by Dallas, and it was Chuck Howley who got it at the 48-yard line of Dallas. So the Cowboys recover a Csonka fumble and mistake. You remember the things that helped Dallas beat Minnesota and San Francisco. Got to be the jitters, because catch on to an amazing statistic. Csonka and Kick have carried the ball 428 times this year and fumbled once. Csonka has not until that play.
And how great was the execution on this one? Ask the Miami secondary.
And it's first and goal for Dallas with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining here in the first half. Hayes goes right. Allworth left. Backfield is split. Garrison on the left and Hill on the right. Staubach looking it over. Back to pass. Throws one to the end zone. Caught by Allworth. Touchdown for Dallas. Right in the corner of the end zone. In front of Curtis Johnson. Allworth scores and the Cowboys lead 9-0. And no white handkerchiefs are fluttering right now.
Now it was Miami's turn, and they made it to pay dirt with a three-pointer by Yepremian just before halftime. Score 10-3, favor of Dallas. In the second half, the Lone Star Superstars shone even brighter. It was one brilliant play after another.
Second down and 2 yards to go at the 45-yard line of Miami. And great second and third effort on the play by Thomas. He was stopped not once, twice, but 3 times before they finally brought him down.
Key block by Garrison.
Allworth wide to the right. Hayes split to the left side. Now Allworth comes across to the left. and he'll set up out there on a flip to the left. I formation in the backfield. It's a pitch out to Duane again, around right in, a hole to the 40, down to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, and finally pulled out from behind us at the 22-yard line. And there was the afterburner speed of Duane Thomas, finally hauled in by the linebacker, Colin, who's been all over that field today, on a brilliant run by Duane, who really accelerated. 22 yards on that one, and a first down now at the 23-yard line of Miami. Thomas on the left, Garrison the setback. Flip formation, both wide receivers left. Hayes in a reverse, round right in, Nye with a block, and a block by the center, Manders, down to the 10 and out of bounds around the 5-yard line. Oh, Manders pulled and so did Nye, and Hayes on the reverse from the left, around right in, and Tom Landry has pulled out every play that we've ever seen in these 6 years of the Cowboys. He's used them all today. One of the finest runs. That one for 17 yards and a first down at the 5-yard line. High formation, Garrison and Thomas. Ditka's in at tight end left side. Hayes to the right, Allworth to the left. First and goal at the 5-yard line. Staubach wheels, gives to Garrison. Walt pounds off left tackle. Fight through for a couple of yards. He's backed up, however, by Bonacotti and by Fernandez around the 3-yard line. It will be second and goal at the 3 as they unstack it. Truax in at tight end on the right side. Thomas, Garrison in the backfield. Allworth is in. Both tight ends are in now. Garrison right, Thomas left. Second and goal, 3-yard line. Staubach looks to his left, checks to the right. At the 3, pitch out to Thomas. Duane cuts inside the 5 with a through and a touchdown for Duane Thomas. He made a great move on Bonacotti, who fired into the backfield. Duane Thomas stepped inside of him, glanced Allworth. Looks like the true Bambi. He goes leaping off the field, clapping his hands together. The Cowboys have racked them up now to 16-3. Try for extra point by Clark. It's up and it's good. Dallas 17, Miami 3.
How great was the Dallas defense? Ask Bob Griese and Jim Kick.
And Griese back to throw again. Somebody fell down. There's a pass intercepted by Howley down to 40. Howley down to the 35. Howley down to the 20. Chuck falls down at the 10-yard line, and Howley is so mad. Here's one of the great original Cowboys.
And then ask the guys who were rushing Staubach and covering Mike Ditka how great the Dallas offense was.
Ditka's in at tight end. Garrison and Thomas. Bob Hayes to the left, Allworth to the right. Ditka's in at tight end on the right side. 11:50 remaining. Dallas leading 17-3, and they're at the 7-yard line of Miami. And Staubach drops back to pass. That's up. Pass to end zone. Touchdown! It's the hammer, Mike Ditka. Mike Ditka, super catch, Super Bowl touchdown for Dallas. And the Cowboys are now 23-3. And boy, is the big man with a mustache happy.
Dallas won 24-3. Needless to say, they felt pretty good.
Dave Manders and Mandy, you got to be one of 40 happy guys today. Well, we're just thrilled, Vern. Just so happy. You know, nobody thought we'd be here when we were 4-3 after the Chicago game. By golly, we're here, and we're just a happy bunch. It was a great team effort today. Miami has a very fine team, but I think we're real well coached the last 2 weeks. We had them well diagnosed, and we knew pretty well what to expect from them defensively. And our offense went out there. We had a little trouble first series or two, and then we started driving. I think we played about as good a ball game as anybody has in the championship game. Well, it's been 8 long years for me and about 11 long for Tom, and boy, everybody here is just, we're just delighted. Here's Roger. Hello, Raj. You're a kind of a happy young man. Oh, yes, it's, tremendous. I'm really extremely happy for the rest of our football team. These guys, remember last year in Miami, the old veterans were, extremely disappointed. I'm happy for them, and also for the, of course, Coach Landry and the staff, and way back there myself, too. Cliff Harris. Hello, Cliff. How are you? A long way from Washita. Oh, yeah. Super Bowl champ, world champ, man. It's really great. It really is. 2 years and 2 Super Bowls. It's just, getting to be a natural thing now. I'm expecting it next year. We'll be there next year. You're starting a dynasty. Oh, yeah. Ike, congratulations to you. Yeah, thank you. Kind of nice, huh? It feels real good. From Bishop College to $25,000 in the Super Bowl championship, Ike Thomas. It's a long way. Charlie Waters? Congratulations, sir. Thank you, Ron. Appreciate it. It's a beautiful day. Offensively, they moved the ball and they ate up the clock and took it in when we got the breaks. And defensively, we stopped them. The kicking game, we we did a good job. Unbelievable. I'm just really glad we won, and I'm really glad for the veterans that's been around so long and wanting it so bad. And just really glad that we're here, world champions finally.
Go! Go! Dallas Cowboys!
A great season, a great finale. This was a team of destiny, these Dallas Cowboys. This was 5 years of injustice finally righted. This was a posse of strong and angry men with a score to be settled. They were not to be denied, and the score was settled. Dallas 24, Miami 3. History may eventually record the 1971 Dallas Cowboys as the team of the century. If nothing less, it will record them as superstars.
You'll see the defense reel and watch them fall. Blockers out in front to clear the way. Show them how to win them all. Loyal Cowboy fans, stand up and cheer. Let the whole world hear our bugles blow. Stand up. Stampede, go you Dallas Cowboys, go. Go. Go, go. Go, 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 Cowboys. It's the go team of the senior pros. Let the whole world hear our bugles blow. Stand up.